So, dear Dhamma friends, when it comes to our ordinary life, from the beginning, our life we schooling, and then after that, you get into loving and working, and then from there, socializing, and little by little, you getting to the end of the life. And you spending so much time and energy around you with other people, with other things. But in this very moment, in this today, the time you hear this, in this very moment when you look at yourself, the whatever you spend the time, look very carefully and see how profitable it is for you. The arguments, the conversation, whatever you used to practice, you sporting, so anything, schooling, so whatever you learn, see how much it brought you back, kind of like happiness and satisfaction and comfort or the success. Most of our time we spend for unnecessary situations. So in this very lifetime, as a human being, the most important thing that you have to develop your awareness, your understanding, the clarity. Without having it, spending time, remember, is not worth. Even though for the moment you're doing many things and you become happy and you become satisfied, you cannot contribute something good to yourself, or you cannot contribute something meaningful to other people around you. So if you love your husband, wife, children, friends and family members, brothers, sisters, remember there are two things you have to do. One is make them free from you. Don't be so attached to anybody around you. That is a great gift for other people. When you are attached to other people around you, always you want to hear, always you want to be with them, always you want to go with them. So sometimes, even though for a moment it makes you comfortable, but in long run, it's going to bring you disappointment. So that's why determine yourself. If you look for something good for you and good for others, one of the important things always, as parents, as husband, wife, as children, so as friends, always remember to make other people free from you, from your desires. So in the beginning it is a little bit hard, but still you can do it. It's worth. Another one is, always remember, when you make other people free from you, you also gain certain freedom to yourself. That freedom, you always have to invest to become a better person yourself, uplift your awareness, not for anything else. Always. It's as an ordinary person, have a higher purpose and always guide your freedom to that higher purpose. So there are teachings, there are certain teachings and saying this becoming is a bad habit. So naturally, when you get into the vipassana level of understanding, you will recognize how to drop the becoming nature. But as an ordinary person, in this conventional life, you have to have a higher purpose. So once you get into the higher purpose and above the conventional life, you don't need any desire. Of course, you are free from that all becoming. But to go above this conventional life, as an ordinary person, you cannot do it. So that's why you have to be very clear with these two paths. So in the Vipassana level, we say drop the desire, and conventional way, we say have a desire. So what is that? The two different ways. So in a conventional life, to go above this conventional life, it's like the lotus flower. To go above the water, you need certain strength and the current energy. Otherwise, if you stay with the water, what will happen? The certain fish will eat it, or maybe it's going to die itself inside. But once you come above the water, you can stay untouched. But to come above the water, it has to have certain strength and the energy. So the desire also like that. You have to have the desire to go above this conventional life, not to stuck with that life. Because if you stuck with that life, remember, finally, in this samsaric journey, in this human existence, billion years, this 3.5 billion that we coming this from Homo sapiens to today. So if you stuck with this nature, there's no way you're going to find the happiness and satisfaction and liberation. Always it is about the conventional life. So that's why having conventional life, nothing wrong. But at the same time, the best way to have it, not hold everything around you, releasing, allow other people to make their own way and make them free from your boundaries, and then they will move forward and they will have the freedom, and then you gain certain freedom yourself. That freedom you can invest for your spiritual development. So that's how this path you have to develop. Because in this ordinary life, we like to associate, and we like to have people around us. And that's why I say that we have, with 5 fingers, we have 5 rings. And the mostly we see sometimes the engagement ring and maybe the wedding ring. So other rings we cannot see sometimes, invisible. So in the beginning, it come with the engagement ring, and you are like to engage with things or the situations or the people. And then the marriage ring and wedding ring, and you become so happy, and certain events and the functions, and you enjoy, dance, happy. And then, so what is happening? And you go for a while like that, then start to gathering, and that means you need more people around you. And the children come to you, and then other friends come to you, and so like that. And then little by little, the boring going to be there. And that rings come, this everything not enough for you to find the satisfaction. So that is one thing. And end of that all, as a package, the suffering come to us. So that is the very nature of it. So then be very careful. Take out one by one. And as you know, how you want to say that you are free and you are not bound to anybody sometimes. Have you seen sometimes that the girl or the boy, when they have engagement ring, sometimes they go to friends, and if they don't have very confident regarding their partner, They slowly take out their ring and hide it. And sometimes when the husband or wife dating with somebody else, they take out their wedding ring and hide it and keep their fingers free. So why? Because you want to show you are free from everybody. You are not bound to anybody. So there are invisible rings that hold it to you. So the gathering, boring, suffering, so like that. These are the words that bring us certain deeper meanings. So then, have you ever thought about to free yourself from that situations? So that's why, remember in the very beginning yourself, try to be free and allow other people to be free. Never, as parents, it is not easy. And as husband, wife, as children, it is not easy. But still, you have to do it. If you look for the success and the happiness for about other people and as well as for yourself. So that way, and rather than holding, and you allow others to become free and you gain your freedom, and that freedom will help you to go deeper to your spiritual practice. When it comes to spiritual practice, there are three kind of characters within ourselves. And that three kind of character, one is called Mritu. So the Mritu means itself that for everything, accept without understanding, surrender to everything and saying it is okay. It is okay. Whatever happened, no consciousness, no awareness, no choice, no power to have a choice, no self-authority regarding situations. And it's like a prisoner to senses or the people or the situations. Look around ourselves sometimes, our lives, and we have no choice. So then we say it is okay. So there are people kind of like that. It's called Mritu. So you have to rescue your life from that situation. And then another person is called Madhyam. And that the Madhyama is always kind of like giving guidance to others. Do this, do that. So advising. But themselves, they don't do anything. Always they're going to advise. And they try to have the leadership. And they try to dominate others. Overtake all this. Wherever they go, they look for overtaking other peoples or the situations. So that also not the right way to spiritually to develop your life. The third one is called Vishesha. So the Vishesha means you do your best physically and mentally. So whatever the situation come, you don't take it as it is okay. Or you're not going to dominate situation or not going to overtake situations. You perform your best physically and mentally, and you contribute whatever your portion. So when you develop the spiritual life, and remember with others, when you have the freedom, so don't use that freedom to overtake other people, dominate other people, other ideas, or like that. So always yourself recognizing where you are in these three characters, and rather than just surrender to everything, if you are like that person, remember somehow you have to find your freedom. That means you are in the prison. And also, if you always try to dominate other people, don't do it, and it's going to become very harm for yourself and for others, and it will destroy others' life. And also, and be the Vishesha means physically, mentally, that is spiritually, socially, you do your best when your moment come. So that way, you are able to find a certain kind of upliftment within yourself, that is the best that you can do to yourself and to your own whole family, becoming better person day by day. If you can contribute, uplifting your wisdom, yourself, around you as a family, you will see that how other people are going to get the benefit. And at the same time, as a society, as a culture, as a tradition, and ourselves during this time period, if we as a whole world, if we lift our awareness, our wisdom, our understanding to a higher level, that is the best contribution we can give to our next generation. So if we go lower and if we become more idiot than our ancestors, if we go towards the downward and doing a lot of foolish things than our previous generations, remember that is the most dangerous curse can happen to entire humanity. So then, as a person, as a family, as a society, as a culture, tradition, religion, as a world, as a generation, and the very best thing that what we can do to becoming better and get into a higher wisdom than our previous generation and contribute that generation and share it to the next generation. So with that, I bless upon everyone. With this good practice, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patient courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ettavata cammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a nice day. Bless
Thank you.